Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
afternoon,
sir.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good morning, sir. Arjun Sharma present.
Good afternoon, beta.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Shaurya Saxena present.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, beta.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, beta.
Good afternoon, sir. Shaurya Saxena present.
Good afternoon, beta. Okay, all of you. So now here in this period, we have to do exercise 18.3. We have already made the figures, all of you, in the last period. I will give you only 5 minutes to do this, complete this table, and then I will show you some very interesting videos today. In this
Sir, I
period.
have completed it.
Okay, sir.
I will show
Sir,
you
can we have to do this exercise in book or in notebook?
in the book.
I was not able to hear you. On
Sir, we
page
have to
number.
do it in the book or in notebook.
Can you
It is to be done in the book. Do this, fill this
Sir,
table.
on page.
It
Sir,
is
on
a-
page number.
Father, it is page number 148.
Yes, it is page number 148. To complete this table, I'm giving you 5 minutes to complete this table. Okay.
Good
Whenever
afternoon, sir.
5 थोड़े कम हो जाएंगे. Let me give you 7-8 minutes. Okay, 7 or 8 minutes.
Sir,
Complete this
5 is fine.
after 7-8
Sir,
minutes. I will show you.
I have done this table.
I will show you some very interesting videos after this table. Okay, after completing
Sir,
this
I
table.
have done this table.
Okay, very good. Those who
Sir,
done. Hanji.
this table is on page number 147.
It is page number 148. It is same as the table which is given in page number 147. So you can take help from there if you are not getting something, or you can ask me also. Okay. So I'm giving you, your time starts now. Start doing it. Start doing it. Page number 148, start doing it. If you face any problem, you can ask me. Okay. So your time starts now. 7 minutes I have given you. Have you all completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes,
Very
sir.
good.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any problem,
Please,
anyone?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Okay. Any doubt, any problem? Do you want to ask anything?
WhatsApp
Anyone?
No, sir.
Sorry?
No, sir. Sir, I have sent in the WhatsApp.
अच्छा, very good. कोई बात नहीं.
It is very easy.
Sir, may I also post there?
नहीं. No, not required to post
Okay,
to
sir.
WhatsApp. Okay. Okay. Now you all listen. We will start with this thing, solids and everything. We are going to study about solids, three-dimensional shapes. Okay. So I will show you some videos. You will easily understand about solids. Are you all ready for this? It will be very
Yes, sir.
helpful for doing
Yes,
these
sir.
sessions.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for this page, we are watching the video now. Okay. Okay. I will share. Other teachers also show you some videos.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ये तो cute है. मजा आया.
Yes.
Okay. So be ready. Okay.
Two D and 3D shape. Children, you have learned about plane and solid shapes in class 2. Let us now revise and consolidate our knowledge. Plane shapes are those that can be drawn on the flat surface such as paper. It has two measurements, length and breadth. So it is also known as two-dimensional or 2D shape. Square. A square has four sides. All the sides of a square are equal. A square has four vertices. Rectangle. A rectangle has four sides. The opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. It has four vertices. Triangle. A triangle has three sides. It has three vertices or corners. Circle. A circle has no vertex. It is a closed loop. It can be traced with a 1 rupee coin, carom coins, etc. Children, now let us know about some solid shapes. Breadth, height. Solid shapes have solid shapes. Solid shapes have three measurements: length, breadth, height.
I hope you all are able to listen the sound and watch the video properly. Is it everything is fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I can hear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Continue watching it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So a solid shape is also known as three-dimensional or 3D shapes. It have faces, edges, and vertices. Some of the shapes of solids are, look at the shapes of objects shown here. All these objects have the shape of a cuboid. A cuboid has 12 edges. The point where 3 edges meet is called a vertex. A cuboid has 8 vertices. A cuboid has 6 faces. In the given figure, 3 faces are visible and 3 are hidden. Count the faces of your book. It has 6 faces. 1 front face, 1 back face, 1 top face, 1 bottom face, and 2 side faces. Look at the shapes of objects shown here. All these objects have the shape of a cube. The die with which you play is a cube. It has 8 vertices, 12 edges, and 6 faces. We see all the objects shown here in our daily life. All these objects have the shape of a cylinder. A cylinder has no vertices. It has 2 curved edges and 3 faces. One face of a cylinder is a curved face. 2 faces, that is the top and bottom of a cylinder, are flat. Children, now take a look at the shapes of the objects shown here. Each one of these objects has the shape of a sphere. A sphere has one curved face. It has no vertex and no edge. Children, now look at these familiar objects. All these objects have the shape of a cone. A cone has one vertex and it has one curved edge. It has 2 faces, one curved face and one flat face. All solid figures have 3 different views: top view, front view, and side view.
Okay,
Sir,
have
the
you all?
video is end.
Okay, yeah. So have you all seen the video?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you liked it?
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now can you all,
Yes,
everyone,
sir.
can you all fill all the names of all these shapes? This is, I'm telling you, this is cube, this is cuboid, this is a sphere, this is a cylinder. A balan is in the shape of a cylinder. जैसे मम्मी पिटाई करती हैं तो पिटाई करने का काम आता है ये. This is known as a cylinder. This is cone. This is also, carrot is also in the shape of a cone. Ice cream cone तो सबने सुना ही होगा. This is cone. This is also cone, and this one is a cylinder. So all of you, please fill this, everyone.
Sir, I have filled and my all are correct.
Very good. One more video is coming.
Okay, sir.
Sir, done. And my all are correct.
Excellent.
Sir, done. Sir, we will also study the reflection, rotation, and symmetry of solids.
Yes. We will study that also.
Sir, please tell it
Sir,
again.
can you please tell me how to take out the volume of a sphere?
Take out the volume of a sphere. The volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cube.
Okay, sir.
This is the formula of volume 4/3 pi r cube. Do you know what is the area of a circle?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
The area of a
24
circle is
pi r.
pi square.
22 pi r. Sir, pi r.
Pi r square is the area of pi r square is known as the area of a circle. Okay. And do you know what is the volume of a cylinder? Sure.
No cylinder, I didn't know.
Okay. So we are going to study this chapter volume afterwards. Okay, so first of all, everyone, look at this, open this page, this monkey page in your books, page number 150, 150. ऐसे ऐसी शेप दी हैं, ऐसे सेकंड क्लास की या फर्स्ट क्लास की बुक हुई.
Sir, is it of mirror?
Yes, these are mirror images. Reflection यहाँ पर दिखा रहे हैं.
These are the mirror
So-
images.
So there is a monkey holding a guitar, singing a song, and that is his mirror image. And then there is a boy. Boy is standing near a bed. The boy is raising his right hand, but in the mirror image, it is looking like he's raising his left hand. Do you all notice this? Right hand, left hand. Mirror image.
Sir.
Okay.
Yes,
And then there is last one. There is a foot, and then there is the mirror image of the foot. You can see what is there to notice in this. The fingers in the mirror image, in the original image, the fingers are on the left side, whereas in the mirror image, the fingers are pointing towards the right side. Okay. So this is reflection. Now, next page, there is symmetry. Rotational symmetry and reflectional symmetry is there. So I will show you a video on that now. And there's nothing to write in your book in this. You just have to observe everything. आपको बस observe करना है और सीखना है बस. Simple thing. So I will quickly show you a video. Otherwise, we will not be able to finish it. Ready, all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's a very interesting thing also. Rotational symmetry. Be ready.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
so
I can tell the volume of cylinder.
अच्छा नेट पे सर्च कर लिया.
No, sir.
No, आपको पता है? You know it.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, pi r square h.
Very good, excellent. The formula
Yes,
of volume of cylinder is pi r square h. Correct. Okay, let's watch the video, everyone. Ready? Finally.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I hope you all will remain quiet and watch the video properly. It is an interesting one, and it will really help you learn about symmetry. Okay.
To understand what symmetry is, let's draw an isosceles triangle. It's a triangle in which two of the sides are equal. Now let me give you an easy task. You need to think if we can divide this triangle into two parts such that both the parts match exactly when they're folded along a line. How would you divide the triangle if this condition has to be satisfied? Fold it along a line such that both parts formed match exactly. Pause the video and give it a shot. It's easy, and I'm sure most of you would have got it right. If we draw a line like this condition will be satisfied. Yes, it's the vertical line which divides the triangle into two parts, which match exactly when folded along the line. If the part on the right is taken over to the left, we see that they overlap exactly. And that is why this shape is said to be symmetrical. The two parts match exactly when folded along a line. Now let me give you another figure. I draw the isosceles triangle this way and ask you the same question. How would you divide the triangle into two parts such that both the parts match exactly when they are folded along a line? Yes, we can draw a horizontal line like this. We get two parts which match exactly. When one is folded or flipped, it overlaps exactly over the other. Both these lines we see here are called the lines of symmetry or the axes of symmetry. This triangle has a vertical axis of symmetry as this line is vertical, and this one has a horizontal axis of symmetry as this line is horizontal. Now I want you to think about the next question I'm going to ask you. Can a shape have more than one axis of symmetry? If you look at just these two triangles, you would probably say no, because there is no other line which can divide these triangles into two parts that match exactly. But the correct answer is that a shape can have more than one axis of symmetry. Look at this rectangle. These two parallel sides are equal, these two parallel sides are equal, and all four angles measure 90 degrees. It will have a horizontal axis of symmetry like this. When one part is flipped over, it will overlap exactly with the other. And it will also have a vertical symmetry like this. Flip this part and we see the perfect overlap. So a rectangle has a horizontal as well as a vertical line of symmetry. But wait, some of us may be wondering if the diagonals are also the axis of symmetry. Let's say we have a diagonal like this. You can see that folding it along the diagonal does not give us matching parts. You can try this with a page from your notebook. Try and fold it along the diagonal and you will see that the parts do not overlap exactly. Okay, there's another question for you. Can a figure have more than two axes of symmetry? If yes, then which figure? Again, the answer is yes. Take the example of a square.
और में हो सकता है
Equal and all four angles are right angles. It has a horizontal as well as a vertical axis of symmetry, just like the rectangle. But for a
अब ऐसा
square,
करोगे तब भी
two
हो जाएगा
diagonals will also be the axis of symmetry. If we fold it along this diagonal, the parts match. And even if we fold it along this diagonal, these two parts overlap exactly. So a square has four axes of symmetry: horizontal, vertical, and the two diagonals. More than four? What if we have a figure like a regular hexagon? A regular hexagon is a closed figure with 6 equal sides and 6 equal angles. How many axes of symmetry does a regular hexagon have? Pause the video and try to arrive at the correct answer.
it can be yeah
Okay, let's see. The horizontal and the vertical ones are obvious. These two diagonals would also be the axis of symmetry. Do you think there are any more? Yes, the line joining the midpoints of these two sides and the line joining the midpoints of these two sides will also be the axis of symmetry. Folding the figure along any of the lines will give us matching parts, 6 in all. And the circle, on the other hand, has infinite axes of symmetry. No matter how we draw the line passing through the center, the two parts formed will always fold perfectly along that line. Did you know that nature loves symmetry? Best example of symmetry in nature would be that of a human face. It has a vertical axis of symmetry. What we saw in this video is reflectional symmetry. If one part is kept against a mirror, its reflection will give us the other part. Let's say we keep half the hexagon on this side of the mirror, its reflection will give us the other half. Hence it's called reflectional symmetry. Is there some other type of symmetry too? Yes, we will cover that in the next session.
And that next session will be today only.
so sharing screen has stopped
1 minute is left.
I stopped it. Okay, so have you all understood about symmetry? Axis of symmetry, line of symmetry.
yes sir
Yes, sir.
yes sir Yes, sir.
It was a very good video.
Sir, in circle, sir, in circle, I have maximally made the symmetry 12 as in a chakra of India flag, Indian flag. I have seen the maximum symmetries in the circle.
Oh, yes. In a circle, the symmetry is beta infinity. You can draw as many lines of symmetry as possible in a circle. Infinite.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is infinite, but I have seen the maximum 12 that I have made. I have made maximally 12.
Okay.
As when I am making it is
So one more
intersecting.
video. This video will help you understand reflectional rotational symmetry. Okay. Ready for the rotational symmetry, all of you?
Okay, sir. Class is over.
When
Okay,
not
sir.
classes are not over, it will get over at 150.
No,
The
5 minutes are
the class will get over at 150. Okay. So be there, everyone, and watch the video, the last one.
We had seen in the previous video that we say that what particular part this figure is made up of 6 squares to be precise. Now I want you to tell me if this shape has reflection symmetry or not. Finally draw a line through it such that the two parts formed match exactly with each other. If we try out different lines, we realize that no such line can be drawn. This shape has no reflection symmetry, but what this shape has is rotational symmetry. Yes, rotational symmetry. What does that mean? As the name suggests, let's try rotating the figure about its center point. And what does rotating about a center point mean? Take the example of this triangle. If we rotate it about its center point, it will rotate like this. If we rotate it about this point, it will rotate like this. And if we rotate it about one of its vertices, it will rotate like this. The shape will rotate differently depending on the point around which it is rotated. Now let's come back to our figure. We rotate the figure completely around the center point once and see how many times it looks exactly like the original one. Rotating it completely means rotating it by 360 degrees. Let's have a counter on the right which counts the number of times the rotated figure looks like the original. Let's start. Now the figure rests at 0 degrees. After rotating it by 90 degrees, we get this shape. It's not the same as the original. The counter is still at 0. Okay, so let's rotate the original shape by 180 degrees. And we see that it looks exactly like the original shape. It fits in perfectly. We see an increment of 1 on the counter. We continue rotating it till we finish one complete rotation. Rotating it by 270 degrees gives us a shape which is not the same as the original. And rotating it by 360 degrees gives us the original shape back. The counter changes to 2. What does this 2 tell us? It tells us that when this figure is rotated completely by 360 degrees, the rotated image looks exactly like the original image twice. Once at 180 degrees and another at 360 degrees. So we say that this shape has rotational symmetry of order 2. To recap, when do we say that a shape has rotational symmetry? Okay, this is long, so I want you to listen to it carefully. A shape has rotational symmetry if it looks 60 degrees. Here, the number of times it looks like the original is 2. So we say that this shape has rotational symmetry of order 2. It is easy to find the order of rotational symmetry. Let me give you a few shapes, and why don't you try finding their order of rotational symmetry? First, an oval looks like this. Next, square, an equilateral triangle, and a circle. Each of them has rotational symmetry, but we need to find the order. We begin with the oval shape and start rotating it. Let's see how many times the rotated image looks like the original. Once and twice. We saw that it looks like the original shape too. In a similar way, Why don't you try finding the order of rotational symmetry for these three shapes? Let's start rotating the square now about its center point. 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, and 360 degrees. Clearly, the order of rotational symmetry for a square is 240 degrees, and at 300, 120 degrees, at 240 degrees, and at 360 degrees. 3 times in one complete rotation. The order is 3. And now we come to the circle. What do you think will be the answer here? No matter how we rotate the circle, it will always match the original shape. It will have rotational symmetry of order infinity. So remember, a shape has rotational symmetry if it looks exactly like the original shape a number of times when rotated about the center point by 360 degrees.
Okay, so have you all understood what is rotational symmetry also?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Very
sir.
nice.
Yes, sir.
So this chapter is over
Yes,
then.
sir.
In the next class, we will start with the new chapter, and the class is also finally over. We will meet in the next class, which is on Monday, I think. Okay, bye bye, all of you.
Bye, sir. Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. We will do area and perimeter.
Bye, sir. Have a nice day.